Monster, the new kore-eda, who's always going to make
Ooh,
my list every single time.
yeah.
And this was one where the trailers looked fantastic. It premiered at Con and it had a very
Mm-hmm.
eerie poster.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda came and reported about it, and she told us that that ending really hit hard and that it was going to take all these different directions, and it delivers in every way, shape, or form. You have to be wary about spoilers out there because I do think that
Mm-hmm.
talking about the subject matter, the way that people want to promote it, is also going against how the movie is approaching those subjects. But
Yes.
it is pretty much told in these different vignettes, and where you have pretty much a mother and her child who is really pushing against the school because an incident happened between the child and the teacher. And that ends up being like the last thing you remember by the end of the movie. But that's the inciting incident that causes her to go in there. And it's this idea of perspective. And this was a year where Toronto had a lot of those types of movies, because that's where I caught it with
Mm.
Teacher's Lounge and whose perspective are you going with. They also had it with there was another one that also played where it was all about these schools and different perspectives. And I think the way that this one
Oh
handled it
yeah.
and what you get by the end of it was really good. Really great performances from the kids throughout. Some eerie shots. This man has made dark movies where people have been like picking up kids who are just left by the wayside.
Hmm.
And this may be the darkest. So I would definitely put this one on your radar if you don't, because it is easily one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big sucker for the kind of like Rashomonic story style where like you see
Yeah.
things from one perspective and then you see it from another and it kind of completely flips all the things
Yeah.
that you saw before it. It's
And they do it well. Like you hear a bell
Mhm.
in the distance in one thing, and then you're like closer to it in the next thing, so you know exactly where on the timeline that event is falling in comparison to something you just saw. It's really good.
yeah, really good, really effective, and not surprising that we got another great movie from kore-eda. So Monster, it's a great pick at Arturo's number 5.